Well, what have we here? Welcome to Sexism, Hypocrisy, Double Standards in Today's Society. Okay, we've heard all these stories before. They make huge national headlines, national news, all this crap, when these stories really shouldn't even be an issue. Who cares about this shit? Uh, except for emotionally flighty people and whatnot who love to gossip with their 50-year-old woman friends or whatnot. So, here we have this lovely girl, or actually, she's like a 20-year-old woman or whatever now. Her name is Michelle Carter, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard about this. She basically coerced her boyfriend to kill himself through text messages. I know, right? Very personable. Yeah, yeah. That's really a genius. Um, anyway, so just we're gonna read part of the story. I don't know a whole lot about the story, but I know enough to basically say what's going on, what's going to happen, and whatnot. So this was in Massachusetts. Um, they hadn't escaped Massachusetts yet and gone to Florida, of course. Uh, so she was quote unquote this guy's boyfriend, um, and yet she wanted him to kill himself. I mean, I guess you could spin the story around and say that she loved him so much that she didn't want to see him in pain anymore. But I mean, that's just stupid. Uh, I mean, how more stupid can you get, really? So yeah, boyfriend's name Conrad Rohr the Third. Who I don't know who's named Conrad anymore, but anyway, um, so the trial or the trial started not too long ago. I think a few days ago. This actually happened in 2014 when her boyfriend committed suicide by basically poisoning his car with carbon monoxide gas. Um, so yeah, Michelle Carter is now 20 years old, same age I am, and yeah, I don't know. Prosecution said, what's all this? I'm just reading here. Carter, now 20 years old, allegedly pushed Conrad to kill himself in a bid to gain attention for herself so she could play the role of the grief-stricken girlfriend. What's the point? What's the fucking point? What does she have to gain from all that? Is she going to inherit a lot of money from his death? What's she get? No, I mean, what's the prosecution's talking out of its ass? I mean, I'm not on her side, but God, can't you get a better prosecution than that? Uh, anyway, let's see. It says here she made a Facebook post about his suicide, and again the floodgates for her opened. By the way, the assistant district attorney, is named Mary Claire Flynn. So apparently she's a woman, but uh, she's somehow not on this woman's side. It's odd. She suddenly became more important as the grieving girlfriend. But why? Why? What is the motive? Assuming she is really a genius mastermind, what is the motive for all this? Is she gonna try to move in on this guy's mom and form some kind of cougar lesbian hookup thing? I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, um, she just sent a shitload of messages to Conrad's mother, Lynn, after the death. Um, and then she wanted some of his ashes, which I don't see anything that bizarre about that. But she in love with necrophilia or whatever, like having sex with dead bodies or something. I don't. This is just batshit crazy. Um, but yeah, it's basically told him to kill himself. Here's the quote: Carter told him to get the fuck back in the car. Um, anyway, enough of that. So basically, you all know the story here. Uh, pretty, innocent, uh, gorgeous. Oh, I've got her whole life in front of her. And here's what's going to happen: nothing. Will she go to jail? Yes. I think she's already had some jail time. Um, I'm sure she got bailed out by a rich Massachusetts family. Since someone is from Massachusetts, I'm just going to assume they're rich. If they can afford to still live in that hellhole up there. Um, but anyway, so here's what's going to happen. So you get a little slap on the wrist, maybe get a 6-month jail time, possibly up to a few years, but I'll be shocked if that happens, and maybe prison for a short time. And then she'll be let go, and the whole thing will be forgotten. Uh, she won't be looked at as a criminal. People will sympathize with her. Must have been so hard having to choose between wanting your boyfriend to finally be happy, break free from his depression. Uh, so yeah, probably she might be charged with manslaughter, but I doubt it. Um, I mean, this is just basically another case of sexism. Um, you know, females having their way with everything, and that's ironic. Males control things, but somehow they go easy on females and let them go. All this shit. Society we live in today is so fucked up. At least it's better than it was in the 30s or 40s when women could get away with doing anything, murder. Of course, I doubt if many women raped back then, but still. Um, so let me just give you an example. If this was a man that, even a teenager or young man, who who coerced his girlfriend to commit suicide, guess what would happen? You're fucking right. He'd get maybe 5 to 10 years prison time. He would never be the same afterward. People would always look him down on him negatively. But no, a pretty face, adoring fawn like eyes. Uh, I'm just a confused millennial. Oh, help me. Uh, yeah, what can you say? Uh, for one thing, this shouldn't even be newsworthy, and it would not be as newsworthy if the boyfriend was the one that caused the girlfriend to do it. But since it's the girlfriend, media goes media goes whack. So yeah, feminists will be hopping over this one, or feminazis, I should say. Uh, I should have used a really good pic for this thumbnail here. I should have used the one where she's like smirking at. That was a bad picture of her captured in court, but whatever. Uh, you just gotta shake your head and move on. And real quickly, also, I'll touch on more of these topics in the future with sexism and double standards and hypocrisy in society today. But real quickly on the Bill Cosby thing, we all know all about it. And I mean, the man is like 77 years old or however old he is now. I mean, just give him a fucking break. Um, now, I know that all it takes is for him to have sexually assaulted one woman knowingly for him to be guilty as hell and for him to have done wrong and for him to go to jail. I understand that. But how many women have now formally or informally accused him of sexual assault or rape? 50? Um, this is not like a Jerry Sandusky thing. I mean, that was real. That was wrong. Uh, the fucker should be locked up in a maximum security prison for the rest of his life. He's not that young, so I doubt if he'll live that much longer anyway. This is not the same situation. Bill Cosby is not a pedophile, for one thing. Um, you know, for years he was looked at as this like godly figure, this family man, um, from time on the Cosby Show, the leader of the Huxtables household. I mean, people, both black and white, and other racial audiences loved him.